Hello, welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. If you like this kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video and to subscribe to the channel, it really does help me a lot. We're actually on the verge of getting a youth intake. I have literally been thinking, yes, we should be getting it soon. We're in March the 19th, we've got an international break on the way, so after the international break starts, I'm expecting to get a youth intake. I'll go over every player that I think is viable to be purchased. I say purchased, to be signed up for our team, and then we'll go for other bits and pieces. However, we've had a few games since we last met, so shall we go through them very quickly? So the first game we had was at home against JLAB Socials in our ground, and I was thinking we might have a good game, but Zonely gave us a lead 80 minutes in, and I was thinking, yes, we could be doing very well. They do equalise, however, just before half-time in the 37th minute of the game. Castellano with the finish, a bit annoying what we considered here, but I was thinking we should be able to do better and better, surely. We do. We go ahead after this potential mix-up on defence to allow Lenzi to score. I think his 6th of the season is it's either 5th or 6th of the season. However, we then make it 3-1. Just a few minutes later, Oliver finds Fofana, who scores without effort. A very good goal. Unfortunately for us, we let this 2-goal lead slip after Cattonia scores in the 69th minute of the game to make it 3-2. And just a few minutes later, well, I say a few minutes later, about 20 minutes later, they get an equaliser. Cattonia again causing problems. He finds Gurini, who scores, make it 3 in the 89th minute of the game. That was frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I couldn't believe we did that and that we dropped 2 points in a game we should be winning. So yes, not the best start in this situation, quite frankly, and I was very, very disappointed. Especially when I felt we were probably the better team at times, but we definitely didn't show it. So, what can you do? So we then took on Subturel, and we lost this game 2-1. It was 8 minutes it took us to go behind here. Alva Civita with the finish opens the scoreline for them. And then 44 minutes in, they make it 2-0. And I'm honestly thinking, wow, we're having a very bad game after Milanese scores that effort. It's a game where we could have potentially done more, though. It took us 89 minutes to get ourselves a goal back, and by that point, it was already game over. Conte plays us across to find Fugaza, who makes it 2-1. We weren't going to get anything out of this, unfortunately, even though we were knocking on the door so heavily. We had great chances. We did really well. We just didn't do as well as we should have done, and we lost this game 2-1. A disappointing result as far as I'm concerned, and it made me think I had to change a few things up here. So change a few things up. I did. We actually went behind inside 9 minutes after the Sensei shot was blocked, and, well, he gets another bite of the cherry after his teammate's shot was also blocked. But we then start fighting back. In the 29th minute of the game, Oliver finds Bazzoni, who plays across to find Fugaza. Another goal for him. Good stuff for us. And we make it 2-1 in the 31st minute of the game after Oliver gets his head on that, and very fortuitously for us, Saicedo scores an own goal. 37 minutes in, Oliver gets his head to this, and he finds Fofana, and now it's 3-1. Fofana benefiting from Oliver being a false 9. Yes, I was playing him as a false 9, and a complete change of tactic. We went back to a tactic that I liked before, and it's worked quite well for us. Unfortunately, I feel like some of the players we use aren't really suited for the role, but we still managed to win. They were a bit unlucky not to get anything out of this game, honestly, though, because they came back in the second half, but fortunately for us, we managed to keep them out. So, yay for 3-1 victories against the league leaders. That's a bit of a shock to me, but I'll still take it. Last year we went to Brescia, and we failed to win after having a 3-0 lead. This time we went to their ground, and we took a 2-1 win. Kaluki with that opening goal gave us a very good lead. And Oliver, in the 67th minute of the game, plays it across to find Fofana, and, well, it's 2-0. We do concede a late goal in the 93rd minute of the game. I honestly was thinking, we're not going to concede 2 goals, are we? Surely not. But Nino scores, and that was the only consolation they have in a game that we were not good at all. We were not good at all, and the fact they didn't get anything out of this is still shocking to me. So yeah, same formation, same tactic, worked, but I'm also thinking, how am I going to play Bondi in this formation? It's not working, is it? So I had to think about something as we went into the next match. So we then took on Benevento, and we won this game by 3-0. Fofana plays a cross to find Oliver, who finds Bazzoni, who scores in the 58th minute of the game. 90 minutes in, we're suddenly 2-0 up after Sayotti's finish just goes through the keeper. Keeper does really badly here, and a minute later, we are now 3-0 up. Fofana finds Conte, who plays it forward to find Bondi, and Bondi is not going to miss an opportunity like that. So yes, he's on the pitch, but it came as a substitute for Oliver, and my mind's thinking, that's not ideal. That is not ideal at all for us. So how am I going to get both Bondi and Oliver on the pitch at the same time using this tactic? In a game that we won 3-0, and I was thinking, this is very, very comfortable for us. Can we do more? I found a solution. We went and took on Citadella away from home, and Bondi starts and scores 1-0 inside 30 minutes, and then in the 25th minute of the game, we have a counter-attack starting. Fofana plays Oliver through, and it's 2-0. 25 minutes in the game, his 26th league goal. And I'm thinking, yes, we've got a system that can now allow us to play 2 strikers. It's practically the same system, but I moved one of the attacking midfielders up to striker position, with Oliver being on the left-hand side as a pressing forward and Bondi playing as a false 9. It's practically the same formation. We just managed to work it in a way that makes sense for us. 2 strikers up front is, for me, the way to go as far as I'm concerned in this season and this save. But that was the last match we had. So, where does that leave us in the league? So as things stand, we are in 7th place. We are taking on Torino, who are below us by 2 points. And again, that could see their manager be sacked if they do not win. Oliver has got 26 league goals this year. And despite the fact he didn't score for a long while, he's still looking very, very good. If we win and the 2 teams ahead of us do not win, we could go up as high as 5th place, our finish of last season. Defensively, we need to work on a few things, but I think this formation that has worked us a treat and has got us 4 wins in a row might be the key to our success. So yes, this is the formation I'm going with. It's practically a 4-4-2 diamond, and it's an interesting one. A 4-4-2 wide diamond. I am not using any centre midfielders, which may sound like a surprise, but honestly, it works. We're using inverted wingbacks as well, ball-playing defenders. It's practically, I don't know the tactic I'm using, but I'm also tinkering with it and made it my own, if that makes sense. So this is the tactic we're using. And I think it works. It really does. How it works, I don't know. But we're going to see if this continues to work well for us. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. We can just tinker a few things and make things our own again. But still, it seems like it's working nicely. Conte can play as the deep line playmaker on support, which suits him to the T because he is able to be a bit more risky with his play, which is very nice. But inverted wingbacks seem to be a good thing this year. We're playing it with some players that haven't really done as much as this year would have liked. But again, it's not the end of the world. We've got a lot of situations where we can use players that probably aren't suited to some areas. And honestly, I like this idea because it means that we can have 2 strikers up front. And while there's a bit of no one's really responsible for this area, I feel like we can absolutely work this to our advantage and get more results. So let's see how we do against the top team in Torino in this game. Because they got a free kick, so this tactic may not work, but I just want to see where we can go with this. As Mazzolo takes the free kick at long last. I can't remember the last time we played this team, but here's Fofana. He's on the ball as a shadow striker. Can play it forward. He's finding Oliver, who's a pressing forward, and it's already a goal. 30 goals this year. We've got the new update in, and the fact we can now see who's assisting is perfect for me. Very good start for us, and it's just, I'm taking 2 tactics I've downloaded and making them to my own at this point, and it's very, very interesting to say the least. But Oliver, just having fun. That's all we got to do. Just have fun with this and see where we can go going forward for now. They got the ball now. Oh, no. Did he just hack him down? Wow, okay. That's annoying. So, how am I going to deal with this one? I asked myself very tentatively, because I can take someone off. Do I take Bondi off or Oliver? We're going to take Bondi off, I think. It's not ideal that we're taking off a striker, but that is a very annoying situation to find ourselves in right now. And I'm not going to take off the defensive wingers. We kind of need them. Yeah, this is very frustrating all of a sudden to be in this situation, but we're going to see how this works on. So, yeah. Alberti, a young player, I have a lot of faith in him, but he's let me down here, big time. So half time, nothing's really happened. We're going to go again. We can't take off the defensive winger attack harder thing because it's not going to help us. We're 1-0 up. We're down to 10 men. We've been down to 10 men since the 17th minute. We've not seen a single highlight since then. I'm now cursing myself by saying that, but it's the case. Let's hope we don't do anything stupid in the second half because we don't want to be losing here. Yeah. Yeah, this is awkward, honestly. It really is. Okay, so they got an opportunity. We made our last substitute. Our players are tired now. I'm concerned that the tiredness is going to cost us as... Oh, good save from the keeper. Gotta say, we are very lucky not to be behind here. and still be leading in a game that we are down to 10 men in since the 17th minute of the game. If we hold on for this will be a shocking win. And shocking result as far as they are concerned, but we have been very fortunate not to be behind. Okay, last gasp throw for them. They've got to hold on and hope for the best. We played it away though. Fofana gets it away, and here's Oliver, who's on the ball as a pressing forward. He finds Siena, and this is an opportunity. I'm not sure what to think is going to happen here, but it's a ball through to Lenzi, who's been denied, but Fofana makes it 2. Somehow, with 10 men, we've got this tactic working, and we've got everything we want going, and it is a shock that we've won this game. It really is. Down to 10 men, 91 minutes in, we've got us as a second goal. It's fortunate, honestly, that Lenzi's shot is saved right into the path of Fofana, but I will take that. 2-0 win. We've got ourselves a win here, and it's very, very promising indeed. But they got another opportunity to make it 2-1. Maybe we can make it 3-0 actually, if we are lucky. But I've just taken a striker off and made it and replaced the inverted winger. It's not done well, and it is going to be 2-1. I would wish I'd done it earlier, but yeah, first ever goal for that player. It's not going to help them, and we're still going to be winning this game 2-1 as far as I'm aware right now, as we look to get 5 wins on the bounce, and it could be very, very promising indeed. It really could be. And yes, we have snatched a 2-1 victory. The last gasp goal we got was so vital for us, but having to play with 10 men for as long as we have is ridiculous, and to still win is even more so. How we won this, I will never know. It was a very good win from the team. It really was. Wow, okay, we've just had a youth intake, and this is apparently a golden generation, and we've got another goalkeeper. We've got another goalkeeper, for goodness sake. Mirko Vertoviti is our best player in current and potential ability, and he looks pretty decent. Not as good as some other goalkeepers, mind you, but he still looks pretty decent. Lighthearted is a bit questionable in that area, but honestly, we're fine. We've got Per Antonio Pigneri. He's an attacking midfielder, could be an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder, a shadow striker, and even in the Gonche. Trocatista, probably not as good as that, but I have a lot of potential promise in this guy that maybe we can get something out of him. Currently 4-star potential right now, but that's only from coming in. It may be changing once he gets in the first team, who knows. But I like the look of him. He looks pretty decent for what I'm looking for at the moment. Andrea Molika, a left back that can play as a right back, but not very convincingly, so he can play on both sides. He's both-footed, very strong on the left, very strong on the right, so he could play on both sides we needed to. That's very promising. He's got decent potential, but fairly loyal. He means he'll stick around at the club for a long time too, which is even better as far as I'm concerned. But look at that. Very much a both-footed player. Perfect. Considering we started using defensive wingers, Antonio Bosisio is actually pretty good for what we're looking for. It will be a player that we can use in our system. He's not great. Like right now he's not great, but he's got potentially the decent ability. So who knows? Might be useful in the future just to show his personality being balanced, but doesn't really tell us anything, does it now? Nicola Papini can play as a right back and a right wing back, and can also potentially one day play on the left if we decide to do it. He'll be an inverted wing back. He's unambitious though, so while he's got potential ability, he's not really got a lot going for him, sadly enough. The last player that's got at least 2.5, 3.5 stars is Michel Barata, an inverted winger who can play as a striker, as a pressing forward, and he could be decent. Just needs to work on his strength and his balance and his concentration and his anticipation, and he could be good. 6 foot, fickle, well, very, very ambitious half the time, so I'm not upset about the fickleness of the man. I just hope he does decently when I want him to do some stuff in the team, if he ever gets that far. Either way, though, that's the Saturday. That's an interesting situation to be in. And it's, well, we've got a Croatian in Marco Cominelli, who is, well, it's my first ever Croatian, actually, so very nice. And he's got Italian too, so he's Croatian and Italian at the same time. On Sporting, never going to be good enough, but it's nice to have the nationality either way. He looks like he's got some very decent potential in current ability. Just a shame his potential is not really anywhere near as good as that, isn't it now? Oh well, not the end of the world. It just means that we can work on something else in the meantime. What we are going to do though is end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like and share this video, and that you will subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, Good night.